Friends, good evening. It is Stash of the Stash Prada channel. Hope you are digging my lectures. I got to get better, get more succinct. I notice I ramble a bit too much. I apologize. More book reviews coming. Gonna do The Thing in the Doorstep in detail. H.P. Lovecraft. Dreams of the Witch House is coming. Reviews soon. But tonight we go into a rant about how life in the Western world grows more difficult. By the day, by the hour, by the minute. My goodness, I love YouTube. It's very interesting. Got nothing against in general, against the Alphabet company, Google. And they provide wonderful YouTube and YouTube chat. But there is, of course, a downside to the social media, as it's the most incredible thing in mankind's history. It leads to, for all of us, an inevitable self-centered, hyper-narcissistic dream world of which increasingly the real world can compete. But they say get outside, but a lot of people are stuck in urban areas. They're still worried about the COVID-19, now the COVID variant, and then the variant, and the variant of the variant. I'm not going to comment on the countermeasures of it, yay or nay. What do you guys think? The weather continues to get more bizarre. There has been a heat wave in the eastern seaboard, then a cold, and then understandably a lot of rain because of the hurricane Ilsa. Is it Ilsa? For whatever reason, the collapse of the building in Miami was extremely strange. And I'll go through the list that I've done in all these. There was the drone swarms regarding the warships off the coast of California. There was the COVID-19, or continues to be, which I believe is affecting the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. There was the strange jammed ship that affected trade significantly in the Western world at the Suez. There was the successful cyber attack on the Colonial Pipeline, raising gas prices, putting the fear of the devil into the eastern seaboard. There has a long-standing drought on the West Coast with no end. They now have a fire season. So yes, the weather continues to be strangely out of control. Whether you believe him or not, I recommend checking out Geoengineering Watch. Yeah, I do. Very interesting stuff. Now, after there was they're talking about an age of cyber warfare activity, a cyber paradigm. There was a great book a long time ago by the man who, Anthony Clark or whatever, some anti-terrorist guru. I can't say that I was very impressed with him because nobody was really able to prevent the 9/11. If you noticed, 9/11 is not what it seemed to be before. Now the internal self-hatred of American versus American, if I can comment on that, seems to be growing. The discontent with one another. And I wonder if the social media is feeding into that. I don't think you're really supposed to criticize social media, really. I'm feeling that you're not supposed to question or criticize anything at all. On whatever spectrum of the left and the right you are. It's quite familiar. As you can see, I have on my lamb's cap. This is it's a pretty cool looking cap, and it's lined with materials that hopefully help deal with the EMF. If you're around your laptop or certainly your cell phone, do you get headaches? Is 5G safe? Are you allowed to question 5G? You're not really allowed to question geoengineering, are you? Though there has been talk in the quote-unquote legitimate media about solar radiation management. Mr. Gates talking about putting dust in the sky to dim the sun. Why aren't these things more greatly discussed? It just seems like there's more accusations and no discussion. You're either 100% on board with Greta Thunberg or you're disgusting. There seems to be no more gray areas left in the world. What do you guys think? Of course, on this channel, I just get people that are really kind of in the chat that are really are skeptical people, I think, in general. So this modern world, what am I getting out of that? Well, it's a social media world now. And more so, you can completely isolate your life in terms of any of your free time and completely just only expose yourself to people who are nearly close to enough 100% in alignment with your own worldviews. Other than that, there are horror stories of people fighting on the social media and destroying family units, friends and relatives, attacking one another, going at it on there. Anybody out there want to chat? My channel is wacky lately. I don't know if anybody's tuning in. A channel. I don't know if a channel. I guess in the way I'm using the YouTube lately, it's more just like using Twitter or whatever. Very interesting. As far as these social media being the ultimate democratizing, leveling thing, I think that's only when people leave reviews on Yelp and those different platforms that there are slight concern, or more than slight concern, to small businesses and sometimes large businesses. But I don't know. There's still major news sources that send it out and then people discuss it on the social media. I mean, the death of cable TV might be here because, or in a sense, because you can just see clips on here of what you really wanted to see, but I think still people check out cable to an extent. Don't know how it's competing with the Prime or the Netflix, but wow, I'm really drifting. But all those things also complicate life in Western society because everything is immediate. The whole streaming platform thing, get it immediately at your fingertips. 1,500 channels, and even more detailed. You can get what you want. You can get almost too much of what you want and get satiated. But yes, social media is beyond MK Ultra, beyond any creation. Instagram, world of beautiful picture dreams, tremendous vacations, gorgeous people, endless gorgeous people. Absolutely amazing. So, yes, is GMO food necessary? Is it good for you? Why is the sky always hazy now? Anybody on here old enough to remember when you could still see the blue sky? How bad is this drought going to continue in the West Coast? How weird is the weather going to be everywhere? Saber rattling of wars with mighty China. Hopefully not. Make peace with China, please. Grow this summer. Any good gardens going? West Coast people, maybe it's too tough. You got water restrictions. How are the crops? Are the insects still dying? Weird stuff. So the Ray Kurzweil of the Singularity, many people question his work. However, he did mention in one of his books that all legislation and all political problems will essentially someday be concerned with the overreach of technology. I think that's we're already here now. A lot of the news stories have to do with privacy, which I guess there is not too much anymore, unfortunately. And yet, strangely, everybody wants to get noticed on Twitter and Facebook. Bizarre. What a twist. What about the crime? Crime going up. That is not very good. Nationwide. Crime back to Manhattan, New York. I think they were doing well for a while. London, England. Crime was pretty good for decades. Now it's really bad. What are your thoughts? Anybody want to jump in? Okay, I understand. Well, my book review is coming soon. I don't know about these end of the world chats I do, but I like to do a roundup. What was up with those drone swarms? What's up with the endless cyber attacks? Now another large group of companies cyber attacked. Is one of them going to shut down a nuclear power plant? Jeez. All right, guys. I hope this was profitable in some way, and I'll try to post when I'm being chatted on, see if anybody want to come on here and rap. Let me know what's going on in your world. Hope everybody is doing well. God bless everybody. Take care. Have a great night.